Women's champion defending this belt. 7 minutes? Welcome back to the channel, y'all. We got to talk. We got to have a long talk. Okay, it's going to be a late video, so by the time this drops, hopefully you guys are up to see it. And if you are and you can't sleep and you just chilling, you vibing, or you playing some games, but you down to have a video on the side, man, I appreciate it. If you guys can go ahead and check this one out, as well as hit that like button. If you do have a hype feature on your mobile device, when you scroll a little bit down, man, if you could hype this video out, I appreciate it so much, man, okay? Let's talk about WrestleMania Night 1. And before we get actually in depth, I got to describe how I feel about the length of each match. Okay. You ever work so hard all year round? You ever like bust your ass, you make whatever money you make, but you distribute that money to bills, rent, mortgage, you help out your friends or family, you buy food, groceries, all these things. I don't know. Some of y'all buy OnlyFans. I don't know. Whatever the case, you know, whatever you do with your time. And when you finally do your taxes, you look at everything and you're like, damn, I made this much money. Where the hell did all this money go? That's exactly how I feel about WrestleMania Night 1. I streamed 10 minutes or so before WrestleMania started, like probably like 15 minutes or so right before. But my stream, when it ended, was within like the 4-hour mark, 4.5 hour mark. Well, no, like 4 hour mark, I would just say, to be safe. But when you look at the match durations, you're like, where the hell did this, where did all of WrestleMania go? Where did all the time go? But when you look back, it's all the miscellaneous bullshit, like ads. They were showing some documentary pieces. They did show all the Hall of Famers come out and they just introduced themselves. Of course, they did a little bit of that. But ESPN, typical trash, blurriness. I know YouTube TV has ESPN as well, and I think it showed it better quality. But the fact that people had to pay $35 to watch it on ESPN Unlimited for after the 1 hour mark, and just the quality of that is just doesn't match the price that you have to pay. And there was ads and all this other craziness. It's ridiculous. And we're going to go ahead and talk about the match duration first. Okay, let me just make this clear. Before we get in details with the match, let's break down what the hell we watched. The first match was the Usos and LA Knight versus Division, and I Show Speed. In my opinion, I actually enjoyed that match because I Show Speed, I root for that kid, man. I absolutely feel like he's a superstar. He's got superstar potential. And this kid is just one of those ones that you have to hope that he has the proper guidance, because this kid is amazing at everything he does. Hey, call it what you want to call it. Either we're going to shit on the kid or we're going to give him the credit that he deserves. I Show Speed is an absolute talent. This guy can do anything, whether if you're, he's running track, doing everything, all the stunts that he does, anything he gets into, if it's wrestling, if it's boxing, or if it's backflips and, whatever kind of sport, this guy just dominates or does so well for himself. It's just very impressive shit. So I really rooted for him, and he showed off what he was capable of doing, and I was very impressed. And therefore, what he did, I enjoyed it. LA Knight did the no sell on one of his moves, and then all of a sudden, Speed did the whole power slam, body slam, what you want to call it. And then towards the end of the match, Austin Theory and the whole thing got messed up. But they basically, the Usos and LA Knight picked up Speed. They set Logan up, and he did like a big ass frog splash off the top rope to the announcer tables. And I thought that was cool for after the match. And they basically rooted for Speed, and the crowd knows what's up. Speed did that whole Ronaldo chant thing that he does, and the whole crowd did it too. So that's how this guy got it, man. He got the shits, man. He just got it like that. So I thought that was cool, but there's a problem. We're talking about Jay Uso. Main event Jey Uso, everybody yeeting and whatever, and his brother Jimmy. And then you got LA Knight, who we've been waiting to see him get to the top. Then he's going up against Division. Division has so much potential, but injuries kind of fell short within that group. And then they went and made some changes. We see what's going on, right? But they still got some talent on there. And that match lasted 7 minutes. 7 minutes? That match was 7 minutes. That is absolutely ridiculous. A guy who won the title, the world heavyweight, world title, whatever the world heavyweight title, whatever, and was main eventing. He had the crowd all over him, and he's in a 7-minute match. Whatever. Next match, Jacob and Drew. I was looking forward to this match, although they've been hoeing Drew for the last couple of years, in my opinion. Because why? I feel like he had opportunities to try to get to the top, but they always put him in a situation and storyline where he's like Vegeta, You know, he has all the glitz and glamour, and I love Vegeta, but he's just not the main guy over Goku. Like they just won't put him in that spot. Maybe now, I know I'm probably thinking about old school Dragon Ball Z, not the newer shows, but pretty much with Drew McIntyre, this match was phenomenal. I thought let me cool it with the phenomenal. It was fantastic. I thought it was great. Their spots on there, they were over tables. The spots that Jacob really, you know, performed his ass off and was really in his bag, and Drew, of course, helped carry that match alongside Jacob. And I thought they both had a great battle with this sanctioned match, even though a sanctioned match is more like a hardcore, no holds bar, no rules, whatever, do what the fuck you want to do. And then Jacob won that, of course. So that was great to see him to see him win a match at WrestleMania. That match was 14 minutes. Okay, decent. 14 minutes. I ain't mad at that. You know, 14 minutes. That was really solid. Some really good shit happened in that match. The women's four-way was just a mess, in my opinion. And here's why. The women's four-way match, it was a four-way tag team match with Nia Jax and Lash Legend holding the tag team belts, the women's tag team belts. We all knew that Paige was going to come because Nikki Bella is injured. And we know this because the night before, and I guess people can sit here, oh, they've been rumoring it. I don't care that they've rumored it, okay? I don't give a shit. I'm tired of people now lessening the interest because what they see that they like, they're satisfied with that. So anybody else having an opinion, they just want to belittle it or try to like throw it away or be like, oh, it doesn't matter or whatever. No, it's wrestling at the end of the day, of course. And it's everything that comes with wrestling. So what I mean by that is reporters had announced that she signed a multi-deal the night before. The fact that that was the case, it spoiled the excitement when you heard her theme song come. Now, I was still hyped, but damn it, man. Does anybody here fucking miss surprises? Do we not get surprises now? Do you guys lessen yourselves and now settle for what's going on? It's the same thing with this Pat McAfee shit and people defending it. It's garbage. We love Pat, but we didn't love that situation happening. So she comes out, she replaces Nikki Bella. She's now on Bree's team, whatever, and they end up winning night one. They end up winning the tag match. That the spots on there was kind of lackluster in my opinion. The crowd wasn't really hitting with these pops, only some of them, but when Paige came out, absolutely, they definitely loved it. And I think these females deserved more time. In fact, they should have given them more time because they don't respect the females that be wrestling in this shit that can go ham. Not only that, the disrespect of not even having Io or Asuka part of this shit. And I know what y'all gonna say. Oh no, the reason why she's not part of it is because it isn't there. That's insane. Io not in WrestleMania? Io Sky. They could have had some sort of Japanese style matches thrown in this bitch with Asuka and Io Sky and letting them beat the shit out of each other because both of them come from those type of backgrounds of wrestling. And that in the crowd, I swear to God, would probably go crazy. Hey, listen, tell me if I'm wrong. Go look at the past highlights from years ago and you'll see what I'm talking about. This woman's four-way was just not memorable. It just wasn't the best. And they had good spots there. Oh yeah, Tiffany Stratton's not even in WrestleMania. That's fucking crazy. And it just wasn't fun. They didn't even give a pop to Alexa Bliss. Charlotte Flair did her thing too. They were good. But Paige and Brie Bella won the belts. That match was 9 minutes, chat. That match, 9 minutes. 9 fucking minutes. This is ridiculous. The next match we had was Becky and AJ. Becky and AJ Lee for the Intercontinental title. Okay. So Becky comes out with the performance. The band is fucking great. AJ comes out with the little girls holding the bell doing the skipping too, which I thought was phenomenal. I thought it was cute. I thought it was dope. I thought it was super dope. The match happened. They're both doing their thing. I think they're doing well in the match. They have their spots. But like, because the match, it ended in 8 minutes. These feel like Raw matches. These feel like SmackDown matches. Like these girls are going crazy, y'all. Like they're doing their thing. And you got them going in and out. So like the crowd didn't even have a chance to really garner the excitement because sometimes it takes 4 to 5 minutes for these motherfuckers to like get really into the ring, into the set. And then they start wilding. They just in and out the shit. The referee was getting fucked with by Becky. And when she pulled the ref in, when AJ ran to her, I assumed the referee would have no HP. Referees don't be having HP. Don't they fucking faint? The fact that she went down, then Becky still did her shit and then pinned her and the ref still turned around to do the pin. I thought the ref, you've been arguing with her all match. She just fucking tried to screw you over and you gave her a solid 1, 2, 3 count? What? What? You gave her a solid 1, 2, 3 count? What the fuck was that? It would have been great for the ref to interfere and like not count for her. She gave her a solid 1, 2, 3, no delays or nothing. So AJ Lee loses to Becky Lynch. For me, I thought she was gonna retain. I guess she's gonna take some time off, and then Becky wins, and we have a new Intercontinental Champion. Okay, so she loses. That was 8 minutes. Gunther and Seth was a very fun match to watch. Thoroughly enjoyed that match. Seth Rollins and Gunther they weren't even building up a crazy story. We know this was put together very sort of like last minute, but I fucking enjoyed it. I can always enjoy a Gunther match. I was pretty salty seeing that he was over here doing the retirement on some of our GOATs, but I was like, fuck it, you know, it's whatever. I think that match was really fun to watch. Seth Rollins was killing it. They came out, obviously he came out with them black eyes. I said, what the fuck is going on here? But that match was gangster. I fucked with it. I fucked with that match. It was 15 minutes though. It was a solid 15-minute match, but Seth Rollins loses. But because they were going back and forth, man, he pedigreed him on the announcer table. He also curb stomped him. If I'm not mistaken, he curb stomped him. They were going back and forth. Then they put each other in choke holds and shit like that. But guess who ruins it? Braun Breaker. He spears the shit out of Seth Rollins. He beats the shit out of Seth Rollins. He fucks him up, throws him in the ring, and then bam, Gunther puts him in a headlock, and he doesn't tap out. He just faints. That match was 15 minutes. Okay. The match was 15 minutes. Then we have a match that I was really happy to see. I was hyped to see it. And my chat was like, nah, Liv is going to win. I'm like, for real? Because, you know, I haven't been keeping up so much because wrestling's been pissing me off recently. So I'm like, damn, I thought Stephanie was going to win. I guess they're not booking her right. I don't know. But it was Liv versus Stephanie. That match was so ass. She came out. That match was so dog shit. Everything happened so fast. That match was 7 minutes. That match was 7 minutes, y'all. This was 7 minutes. Women's champion defending this belt. 7 minutes? What the hell? All this storyline for 7 minutes? I don't even know how to describe the match because I forgot what was going on. That's how quick it was. And then, of course, Roxanne interferes and Raquel and all this other stuff. And Stephanie's trying to, she's trying to get her ones off with everybody. She's trying to do her thing. And Liv did her finisher. She did it once. She still, kicked out. Roxanne and them was like shocked. And then Liv was able to do it again because she fell for the trap. Stephanie fell for the trap and she got screwed. And then bam, she lost in 7 minutes. Now we have Cody versus Randy. They showed Randy's like moments, like, his they did like a little video thing for him. I thought it was cool. It was cool. I think his entrance was a little bit buns. I'm not gonna lie. Little digital snake, pulling up on the screen. I thought they were gonna have some crazy shit for him, but no, it was some regular shit. Pat McAfee comes out though first. Nobody cares for you, Pat. Okay. Pat McAfee comes out. We don't give a fuck about him. It's whatever. He starts spitting some promo. It's whatever. He waits for Randy Orton to come out. They both do their finishing shit. Whatever. Okay. It's whatever at this point. When Cody Rhodes come out, I was excited because it looked like the Batcave, like on some Omni-Man shit or Batcave or Homeland or whatever the fuck you want to call them. Yo, they showed all his outfits and then they had like a nice little videotape. Now, I just thought it was pretty cool to have that. And he comes out with this dope ass gold garments and gear that I thought, like, man, this shit would be great if they'll add it into 2K26. But we know they're going to add it in my faction. They ain't going to give us that for free. So they come out and then all of a sudden they announcing each wrestler and everything right before the match and right before everything. Pat McAfee, shit was kind of funny. He hits Cody Rhodes and then they start fucking him up. And then Pat McAfee gets fucked up as well. To the point where when Randy gets thrown out the ring, Cody Rhodes starts beating the shit out of Pat McAfee. And then Jelly Roll comes in and also does like a dive, jump to elbow him on the tables. And they basically get Pat McAfee out of here. And they write both Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee out the story because they know they fucked up. They wrote them out the story because they know they fucked up. That's why it happened so quickly. So they knew what they did wrong. So they wrote them off. And then now it's just straight up Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. They had a phenomenal match. That match was great. But one thing that caught me off guard. Now, this is why I don't like the IWC community too much. Y'all like to pick and choose when shit is right or wrong. I'm a fan of wrestling. Y'all may be more bigger or deeper of a fan, and y'all, you know, and y'all be helping me out and putting me on. But I thought heels were heels and baby faces were baby faces. Cody Rhodes was working Randy like he was a heel, and he was doing heel shit, kicking him in the nuts, fucking him up. Let's look at this blood and gore, and just like he was really beating the shit out of Randy like as if he was a heel. Where the fuck is the Viper voices in my head at? It was a fantastic match, but if you look back, where is the voices in my head psychotic Randy at? You're supposed to be beating the shit out of Cody, huh? So within the match, everything that's going on, Randy starts bleeding. He does the crossroads. Cody does the RKO. Then he tries to do the Cody cutter. Next, you know, he RKOs him. All this other cool shit. Then Cody does his signature move too. Does Randy Orton's signature move. And then all of a sudden, Randy snaps into like this crazy psychosis and RKOs the ref. Pat McAfee actually comes back out in the gym in a referee outfit with a neck brace and is about to do the 3 count, but Cody kicks out. All of a sudden, Randy Orton RKOs Pat McAfee. Okay. And because of he's doing all that, he gets screwed over by doing all these distractions. Cody beats him. He does his finisher. He beats him. And then while Cody's holding the belt, all of a sudden, within minutes later, Randy takes the belt, hits him over the head, and then finally punt kicks him. So he punt kicks Cody after he loses. You know, it was cool. I fucked with it. But if you really look at it, like he punt kicks him after. He did all that shit afterwards. They kept Cody as champion and he punt kicked him afterwards. This was a very sloppy, very last minute way of writing out how you wanted to end these stories. We have years and years of a feud with Randy and Cody, and they fucked that up. Night 1 was abysmal. I give it like a 3 out of 10. And that's because I enjoy Jacob and Drew. I like speed in that match. The Gunther and Seth match was great. Cody and Randy was cool. It was just the way the outcomes were. It was just short matches. I give it like a 4 or 5 out of 10. Really lackluster. And you can even see it too. The crowd, very small crowd compared to last. Well, it was still 50-something thousand, but it was small compared to last year. That's my thoughts on everything. I feel like, holy shit. Oh yeah, and then Bianca Belair comes out and announces that she's pregnant. I thought that was dope. You know, God bless her and her family and Montez Ford, man. I thought that was pretty cool. Well, outside of that, they want John Cena to host, and like he came out twice. Like I said, like this WrestleMania shit is fucking abysmal. So that's how I feel about WrestleMania. I want you guys to let me know what you feel and how you feel. And if you think this was a great WrestleMania, this might be the first time I'm saying this, but you bugging the fuck out. You're bugging the fuck out. I can't believe I'm saying this. This is worse than last year when John Cena beat when Cody Rhodes. Well, no, it was worse than when John Cena beat Cody Rhodes. Remember that shit? That match was ass. But, you know, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm out of here. I don't even care if people disagree with me. This was very, very lackluster. And hopefully night 2 will be better. Love you guys. I'm out of here. God bless. Peace.